What's going on, everybody? David here. Today we're going to talk about when they should start sending out your stimulus checks and why you might not receive your check until mid-September. But first off, on this channel, we talk about personal finance and traveling on a budget. If that sounds like something interesting to you, please hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to the little bell notification so you can get future updates on my videos. Okay, so they have some dates, tentative dates out there right now, and we're going to go over that. So we're going to talk a little bit about when they're going to start sending out the checks, how they're going to go about sending out the checks, and why it might take you 5 months to receive your check. So let's talk a little bit about it. So the first thing that we saw is the Treasury Secretary, Steve Mnuchin. He basically said that in 2 weeks, we will start seeing the direct deposit, and that was on Friday. So that's around April 17th is when they should start sending out the direct deposit checks. And so they'll send out the direct deposit checks first. So if 2018, 2019, if you filed your taxes and you had it sent by direct deposit, those are the checks that they'll be sending out first. And then they're going to go into the Social Security, disability. So then they'll start sending those checks out. So they should be late April, maybe early May. And then they will also, in May, they're also going to start sending out the checks. So you'll start getting your checks sent in the mail. If you don't have the direct deposit set up, and I'll tell you a little bit about, at the end of the video, I'll tell you a little bit about how you can go about getting your direct deposit set up. But if you don't have that set up and the Social Security right now, Social Security, they're going to go ahead and use the same routing system that they use to send Social Security checks. So if you're already getting Social Security, you don't have to set up anything different. But when it comes to disability, they're not real clear when it comes to disability, SSI. So I don't know exactly if they're going to require you to do something else. There are also other issues out there like dependents. If you have dependents, what do you do in situations like that? My advice, and this is just my advice, I'm not a professional when it comes to taxes or anything like that, but I would file if you can. Just file. You can file as zero. You don't have to, you can file your taxes and show that zero income or show the income that you actually make. You can use the simple form and do that. That way they at least have it on file and you can claim the dependents on there and then potentially get the $500 extra there as long as they're 16 or under. So with all that being said, Social Security will be sent out sometime in May, and then they will also start mailing those checks out in May. Now, the problem with mailing the checks, they can only process 5 million checks per week. So 5 million checks per week, they're going to start at the people who make the lowest. So if you filed your taxes and you wanted it sent to you by check and not by direct deposit, they're going to start at the people who made the lowest, and then they're going to work their way up. So if you make like $75,000 per year, the adjusted gross, then you might be one of those people that are the last in line. So you might be getting that check sometime in mid-September. So just be prepared for that. My advice to you, though, when it comes down to it, they will be opening up a portal. And now they've been talking about this. I think this should have already been done. Like, this should already be open so people can start putting their information in there. But don't worry. As soon as it's open, I will put out a video and let you guys all know. So please subscribe to the channel. That way you can get all these future updates. But they're going to put out a portal where you can put your information in there, routing information and all that. So they will be able to send it via direct deposit. But the only problem is they're going to wait until, I think they said late April, maybe early May. So let's hope it's late April. That way you can get that information in before they start sending out the regular checks. Because what I'm thinking is if they start sending out regular checks and you wanted to get it direct deposit, you could still, even if you get it at that time, direct deposit, you're going to get it sooner than if they mail the check out to you. So you don't want to get in a situation where you're kind of in the middle of the direct deposit and the check being sent out. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how this all plays out. I think they kind of jumped the gun. There's still a lot of moving pieces, and I said that in the last video. And by the way, I do have some other videos. If you guys want to know more about the stimulus check, just check out the links up here, and there are plenty of videos that go over all the different changes and everything when it comes to getting a stimulus check, how much you're going to be getting. I have a calculator in there as well, so just check those links up there. So I want to know what you guys think, though. What do you guys think about this? Do you think that you'll get your check, let's say direct deposit, if you're getting your check direct deposit? When do you think you're going to get it? Do you think you'll get it sometime around, well, you won't get it April 17th because that's when they're going to start. But do you think you'll get it that next week? Let us know down below. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe for more, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.